This one right here, I put on a position long. We'll be trading these this data print. My goal is to try to hold that position all day if we have this trending. The thing that I'm kind of seeing here, at least for now, is the fact that we've held in this channel for the Globex session right here. We've held that channel. So as long as we're holding that channel, we're finding buyers in that channel. If the data that comes out is super strong, we could definitely hold above that channel throughout the session today. I'm happy to be stopped out at a loss on this trade if I'm wrong and if the data is unfavorable for the markets. But just the structure that I saw overnight with this right here, this structure, the fact that it coincides with what I talked about on our wrap call yesterday in Clubhouse, with these bottoming wicks here, a lot of interested buyers in this section. Now we may tuck as low as 14.5 and I'd get stopped out, but that doesn't mean I can't re-enter the position. So I'm long right above that channel, 53.25, and my stop is below that. And if the data is not favorable for the market, I will get stopped out at a loss. If it ends up being a good print for the market, I think the risk reward will be phenomenal on that trade. So that's what we have going into the print. Happy to get my face ripped off for that print, but it's called putting on risk. Trading is putting on risk. It's not putting on guarantees. You have to put risk and you have to take calculated risks. There is a lot of overhead supply that is fueling the market to the downside from that area that's between 60 and 70. There is an upper overhead supply and it exceeds all the way up into 993.25. But again, this is the type of print where you can have an extremely favorable outlier print for the market. So somewhere in the range from 100,000 to 175,000 would be extremely favorable for the market, in my opinion. If the unemployment rate is above 3.8%, also very good for the markets, in my opinion. What else? Monthly wages, if they stay the same at 0.2%, that would be great. The Fed is looking for inflation to be under control. That's the whole purpose of what we're looking at here. The Fed is looking to have inflation under control. If people are getting paid more and there's a lot of people in work, that means that there's a lot of money in the economy and prices will remain high. If people are out of work and they don't have access to funds or credit or capital, there's less money in the economy and that drives the prices of goods and services down. Simple economics, economics 101. So that's all we're looking for here. We just want to see less people having jobs, unfortunately, and we want to see less money in the economy so that we can have inflation come back down. Because if people have money, they're just going to continue paying these prices for things. The other scenario that I can see happening on this print is that because there are going to be a lot of stops below this area here, we could come right down to 14.5 and send it to the south side there. We could come into this area right here as well and come back into that as well. Tap that and just rip higher. That's why my stop is below this zone and it could easily get ticked out. But again, we're putting on risk here. These prints are gonna basically dictate the trade for the day. And if it initially flushes low, we want to see if we have interested buyers looking to pick up the flush low here. If it just goes immediately higher and doesn't have any hesitation, then we could potentially have an additional grind up today. There are a lot of folks that are shorting this market still. You know, they'll continue shorting and shorting and shorting, and that will give fuel to the markets. The thing that I really like about the pattern today is specifically Apple being just below 175.81. So if we were to creep back up and explode through 175.81 today on Apple, which is a big key level for Apple, we could definitely see some more upside price action today. So we will see if we get a nice reaction. There is a lot of overhead supply in between 85 and 15,005. So 14,985 up to 15,005. I prefer futures over any market. I've always said that, even when I wasn't trading it for a while. Anybody who asked me, it's the most pure market out there. It gives you the most daily opportunities. It's the most consistent. You can employ the most strategy into it, and you can come back and play it every single day. Whereas, you know, if you're looking at something like small caps or something like that, you run the risk of, you know, you wake up, your gap scanner is dead. You're just sitting there like, well, I don't have anything to trade today. That's never really the case with futures. You're gonna have choppy days, but there's never gonna be a day where you can't pull 10 handles out of the NQ. If you're patient, you have to be patient, but there's usually almost always, you're gonna be able to pull 10 handles out of the NQ. Alrighty, let's switch over into NinjaTrader here. And let's see how this print is. It could be so wild and stop us out here. It could be very, very extreme. Order books are clearing out. We got 1 minute to go here, folks. So we're looking for, the estimate is 180,000. We'd love to see that come in cooler than the estimate. 15 seconds here, folks. 15 seconds. Good luck. Let's see if we can get a favorable print in the market for us here. And we do. Look at that. 3.9%. Seeing if we can break above 15,000 here. And we are up above 15,000 there. Very, very nice. So we're up 3,200 on that print and rising. Very, very nice here. I'm taking off one into the ask. Got to take off this ATM strategy. Very, very nice. Beautiful. So we're up at 15,022. This is another level that we have here. So I might peel off one more and just leave one running. Oh, we're gonna ride that even higher. Beautiful, beautiful, favorable print for us here. Watch to see if I'm gonna peel off any additional lots here. So NFP came in at 150. That's why we're seeing such this huge reaction here. So this is why we said the risk reward was there on this trade. All right, so we're down to one lot here as a runner. I'm gonna move my stop here, and I'm gonna actually change this, and I'm gonna put this here, let me just do it on this one. There we go. So I'm gonna move that to 15,010 or 20, sorry, 20. There we go. And this thing is just ripping here. So that is why the risk reward was so nice for this one. And this is why I said when we have that overnight area being tested and it coincides with our regular trading hours there, that's why I was pretty strong on the thesis. And you can see we actually encroached right into that order block there. But that's why I was pretty bullish on my thesis here, and that's why I was willing to put on the risk that I did. And so right now, just realized so far, we still have about 2,000 unrealized, but realized we're up already $2,800. And this is real money here, folks. This is in an express funded account. I'm gonna move my stop up to the 30s now in case we pull back here, because we hit our 52.25 level. So I like 30.25 here. Nice trailing stop. Yo, nice work. Anybody else catch that? I see discount up 1,100 bucks there. Very nice. Anybody else catch that beautiful print there to the top side? Nice. Dude caught it for 520 bucks. Anybody else in YouTube land that caught that print there? I saw Sean caught 4,000 bucks on his sim account. Got 1,000 bucks for Chris, 587. So much fun. Way to go, folks. You love to see it. You love to see it, right? All right, Tesla going higher here. Just 200. My ATM hit immediately, could not change it. Wow, KHA up 5,700 bucks. Nice work. Bummed out I had to step away. Amazing work, everyone. Jealous. Yeah, we're having fun here. We are having fun here. So I'm up over $5,000 now on this trade. That was only 3 lots, folks. 3 lots on that trade. Imagine if you ran this puppy dog with 15 lots, which I could have done, but you know, don't want to be greedy. I'm gonna move my stop to the 40s now. Does anybody have any questions about what I was talking about before that print? I tried to make it clear what I was talking about here with this area of being, you know, the fact that we kept on encroaching in this and we found a lot of strong buyers. This creation of this order block right here was my tell, and I watched it interact. I waited until it interacted right at that 53 level. You can see my entry right here on NinjaTrader is right at 54. So I tried to, all right, we just got stopped out. All right, so what does that put us at on the day here? Let's go ahead and put that up. We're up $4,500 on the day. That's one trade, 3 lots in the NQ, and that is in our express funded account. Let me just show that here. So we're all on the same page. Can we see that? That is 4,500 bucks in my express funded account. That's the only account that I traded today. So there we have it. We might go higher, but I'm happy with making 4,500 bucks there on my express funded account on one single trade with 3 lots. And I wasn't greedy with my stop. I think that the stop placement that I had was exactly where it should be. And I traded this on a Top Step account. How much of my own money did I have to risk on this trade? My own money. If you want to get very, very technical, there is an amount of money that I actually had to risk, and Michael's got it right. I only had to risk 150 of my own dollars. And by the way, I wouldn't have actually lost the account. Had I hit my stop, I actually have a balance in this account where I wouldn't have actually lost any money. I still have the account, I could still trade it. But this is the beauty of trading with Top Step. And we were talking about this yesterday on yesterday's stream. This is the beauty of trading with Top Step, is that you don't have to put your own money at risk. If you're putting your own money at risk, you can lose your own money and you can't get it back. If you lose Top Step money, even on an express funded level, you don't lose any of your own money. I can take a withdrawal for this money right now. I can put in a withdrawal request for Friday, and that money will be there on Monday. It's my money. If I lost the money, I don't get to withdraw it anymore, obviously, but I didn't have to put that money at risk. Technically, it's $298, $149 for the combine, $149 for express, except, wait for this one, the very first payout that you take on your express funded account, they refund you $149. So it literally is only $149. You pay $149 for the combine, you pass that, you go into the XFA, your first payout, they refund you a $149 on top of your payout. You look at these other funding companies, it's like, you know, you have to have 10 trading days and you have to be in this payout window. You have to make exactly this much amount. We're going to chase you up on a trailing drawdown, even if you're in a winning position. There's other funding companies where I couldn't do this exact same trade. And what's the reason why? Let's imagine if it spikes up and then it comes back down and then it spikes back up and it goes again. It didn't do that exactly. We had this little flush down. I mean, look, here was my entry right here, this blue arrow. So I was up in the position and then it flashed down to here. Now think about this. If you're trading with another funding company that has an interposition trailing drawdown, you're gonna have this in the profit that is all going to account, it's going to count against your trailing drawdown. So when it comes back down, you're likely gonna blow the account right there. When I'm down right here, I'm only down from whatever it is at that position. So 3 lots from 50 to 40. Anybody do the quick math? I'm only down $600, right? $600, that's it. If I'm doing this in a different funding company account, my account's probably blown right there and I miss all of that alpha and I'm kicking myself. Top Step is the closest thing you'll ever trade to trading your own real money. And that's why I love them as a funding company. And they want to have real traders. And they're one of the few that actually put traders on a real live market if they perform well. There's other funding companies that do like these 20% off sales, these 80% off sales, these huge like crazy sales, but they don't realize that there's no sale when you finally get to the passing level. And then you still have the same dumpy rules where you're going to get stopped out, even if you're correct. There's no restrictions. There's one rule with Top Step, and it's don't hit your max daily loss. If you do, you're locked out for the day. You do it twice in a row, then you've likely blown the account. Although on the XFA, like one of my XFAs I had at $9,000, I lost full, I had a max daily loss, not yesterday, but the day before. And the balance went from that thing from 9,000 to 6,000. I still have $6,000 more of drawdown. So that's 2 more full max loss days in that account. What was the question up here? Is it a controversial question if I ask how you would compare Apex to Top Step? I think I've already touched on that quite a bit here, but I mean, just to reiterate, it's for me, it's a no-brainer because there's no interposition trailing drawdown. And now keep in mind, I took a $20,000 payout with Apex. I'm not just speaking like, oh yeah, I tried Apex, whatever. I took a $20,000 payout from Apex. So this is coming from somebody who actually got a payout from Apex. I took a $20,000 payout from Apex and then I never traded those accounts again. Because it's not real trading. You're trading a game within a game. It's a carnival game. You might have success doing it, but it's not the trading that I'm used to. You're not trading the markets. You're trading it's a carnival game. This scalpy nonsense. And it was, to make that $20,000, it was the least, it did not even resemble trading. It was in and out and in and out and in and out. And oh goodness, if you're in and then you're positive and then you have to close it. It's ridiculous. It doesn't resemble anything close to real actual trading. So if you're wasting your time doing that, you're not going to get any better at trading. Real trading. Yeah, market is starting to move around here. We do have 10 minutes now until the market opens. We will be trading this live into the open. Please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel here with your notifications turned on so that when we go live anytime here in the channel that you are notified. You can join us here for our futures trading live stream here. We are currently up $4,500 on that one trade that we took in the NFP. Got a really nice resolution on that trade. Absolutely gorgeous. Very, very happy with that trade.